Greetings, my beautiful people. I hope everyone out there is doing well. Welcome to 321 No Kidding. Glad to be awesome here. Talking about November 3rd's reading today. Seneca says, lay hold of today's task, and you will not depend so much on tomorrow's. Our only true home on earth is our body. And though we might have abused it in the past, it is still keeping us in this life. We can reward ourselves for a good day by taking a long bath, eating a healthy meal, or getting some exercise. Our body will pay us back with the glow of good feelings. We have sometimes been sad or tense or angry and have not known how to rescue a day from disaster. Often, the secret is held in the body itself. A walk in the park gives us time to reflect on our many gifts and brings us fresh air and exercise. A nutritious meal helps restore our strength. In recovery, we are learning to keep our balance, and that means including the body in our healing. When we become aware of our physical selves, we become more grateful for our second chance in life. Our bodies don't demand much in return, only that when we are hungry, we eat, and when we are tired, we rest. Our eyes still see the beauty in the world. Our ears still hear the wisdom of friends and fellows, and our arms still share hugs. Today, help me remember to treat my physical self with love. Oh, I've been failing at this lately, guys. Failing. I have not recovered. As you know, if you're with me all the time, that I'm recording this November 3rd show after November 3rd because my body was not well on November 3rd. I came back from the trip. I was overtired and my body was just mad at me. And I think I missed like 4 or 5 days and was just down and out. And it's really true. If we take care of our body, for me, I find that I'm happier. I'm definitely more productive. Way more productive. I had been in a conference all weekend and there was a night that I literally ordered food at like after 10 o'clock at night. It was horrible. The food was horrible to start with. And then it tasted horrible. You know, like if you're going to buy pizza and cheat, you hope the freaking pizza is good. It was not good. It was actually the worst pizza that I've ever had. And that's okay. I shouldn't have been eating it. It might have been a reminder. Our body, when we incorporate physical activity to our body, it helps our brain and our blood flow. And we can actually reset our moods if we use physical activity as a tool to do so. The fresh air and the vitamin D, I think, is essential. All the studying I'm doing is leading me to believe that we don't get enough of the regular nutrients and supplements that our body needs. And vitamin D is one of those things. And it's hard to control, right? There's only so much sunlight in a day. And depending on where you live, maybe you don't have access. Like I personally take a vitamin D supplement. It's helpful in my mind. And I mean, if I could have my way, I would spend most days in a tanning booth, which is not really the right way to take care of our body, but it's good for me because it locks me down for meditation. And I just love the feel of the heat. And I love how I look with dark skin. Those are really superficial aspirations, but they're true. We have sometimes been sad or tense or angry and have not known how to rescue a day from disaster. Anybody feel that? I feel that. Often the secret is held in the body itself. So it gives us a couple solutions here. A walk in the park gives us time to reflect on our many gifts and brings us fresh air and exercise. A nutritious meal helps restore our strength. In recovery, we're learning to keep our balance, and that means including the body in our healing. What about this, guys? What about practicing gratitude, right? During the walk or during the meal? How lucky are we that we have legs to walk and lungs to breathe in the air? And a mouth to consume the food or the ability to have food. I mean, think about that. We sometimes take those things for granted, but if we just think about being appreciative of even having those resources to take care of ourselves. That would change our state. When we become more aware of our physical selves, we can become more grateful for our second chance in lives. Our bodies don't demand much in return, only that we eat when we're hungry and we rest when we're tired. I'm auditioning to be on a summit. So I had to make a video. And like I told you, I was tied up in a conference that I think Saturday we did 14 hours. It was crazy. It was another long day on Friday, and it was a very late night on Thursday. And in order to audition for this speaking engagement, I had to make a video. And as I start really dialing in on what I want to do for 2021 and the messages that I want to put out there, they don't necessarily align with the structure of how we're taught to speak in this environment that I'm in. And my body was tired, and I just said, okay, this is where faith comes in a little. And since it's November, we could talk about faith. I just had to be like, okay, I'm going to do the best I can do with what I can do right now. And I submitted it. But what was interesting was when I redesigned the talk. So the way that we're trained is to connect they call it our signature story. This is something I'm learning in one of my classes. And it's how to communicate our business through this 3-minute talk. Well, this audition was only 2 minutes. At any rate, because I have a virtual assistant business to help the entrepreneurs, and then I have the gambling and the coaching side of the business, they don't necessarily sync up. They will in 2021 because I've figured out I've gotten some real clarity around my messaging. But the way I redesigned the talk, this was mind-blowing to me. And I swear I'm getting to the point where it matches our physical body. Literally 5 years ago, I was drinking Long Island iced teas pretty regularly. And by that, I mean probably 5 or 6 days a week. I was going into a smoke-filled casino at least once a week. I was not exercising, right? Because you can't be exercising if you're at the bar or the casino. I mean, there was a couple days I walked to the bar or home from the bar because I was too hammered, but no real exercise, right? And here I am after almost 4 years of consecutive recovery, because 5 years ago was, the end of 2015, 2016, when I relapsed and I was completely off the rails. But here I am. My skin is better. I'm 40 pounds lighter, most of the time 45 pounds lighter. I almost doubled my salary this past year from where I was 5 years ago. Like all these things, and really I'm saying this because I want to focus on the physical things, but 40 pounds, and I didn't even realize that until writing this talk yesterday. And that's just a testament to what recovery does, right? Yeah, I've done some things to try to keep the weight off, but and honestly, I haven't lost a lot of weight since I quit drinking, which is actually ticking me off a little bit. Like I feel like I should be rewarded, but whatever, it'll go away when it's time to go away. I think if I could stay consistent on getting rid of the coffee, or if I could just figure out how to lose, I shouldn't say that. I know how to lose the rest of the weight that I want to lose. I just haven't been focused enough on it. So I own that. I could say that. I'll own that. Anyway, would I be able to have launched 2 businesses and keep the hours that I keep and do the things that I do if I wasn't taking care of my body? Absolutely not. Do I do it perfectly every day? Absolutely not. Am I trying? Yes. I'm trying. I'm involved with Melaleuca. This is another thing, right? And they're very eco-sensitive, and their products are for healthy eating and all these things. And now that I'm involved with them, I buy their products, of course, because that's part of the relationship, which is just fine. But they have, the vitamins, and they have cleaner laundry detergent and shampoo and all these things that help me take care of my body in a different way. And that's like the next level, right? I'm not telling you that you have to go out and buy all organic or do all those things right now. I will tell you that when you stop gambling, you have money to make those better choices down the road, but we can't fix everything all at once. So, and I'm still not perfect at all that. And of course, I feel like I throw it out the window every time I smoke a cigarette, right? When I'm in one of my little phases where I'm back to smoking. So if I could ditch the cigarettes and the coffee, I would probably do better. And I will definitely do better with these things. I actually just keep acting like an addict. It's so funny. I talk to you all the time about being present and being mindful of our thoughts and everything. And I was literally laying there this morning. I intentionally ran out of cigarettes last night and it was like, okay, it's Monday. It's a fresh start. I have no coffee in the house. I have no cigarettes in the house. Like, woohoo. And I get up at 3:00 and the voices in my head had this conversation. All right. Do you want to go back to sleep? Well, yes. So I reset the alarms for later because I didn't, I went to bed kind of early, but I felt so sleep deprived. I thought I could get more rest. And then they went, well, if you get up now and go to the store and get your coffee and cigarettes, there won't be anybody there. So you'll get in and out quicker and there'll be less traffic on the road because it's, 4:00 in the morning. And then my next voice was like, well, Bobby, you ran out of cigarettes and coffee on purpose to do a good job today. Do you know how much more stuff you'll get done if you stop taking cigarette breaks? And you can be more productive. And like literally all the voices were happening. Unfortunately, the one that said, get out of bed, go get some stimulants so that you can have a productive day knowing that I have a training at 9:00 tonight. But what it's really doing is it's just putting a Band-Aid and perpetuating the problem. So I'm not perfect at this yet either, guys. And I just haven't shifted my mindset back to, I really need to quit smoking. I know it's hypocritical. And honestly, I can't wait until I'm on a stage X amount of time from now saying that I lost 65 pounds and I'm a non-smoker. And, I can't wait until it gets a little better. But right now, I'm going to be okay with what I'm doing. I mean, I should be proud of those victories. We talk about the victories all the time and I love celebrating. I love celebrating. And they're all wins and they give me momentum. And I can't throw the towel in on everything. It's not like I'm saying, okay, well, I'm having coffee and cigarettes. So I've already screwed up. So now I can go gamble or now I can go have a drink. It's not like that. I've quit gambling. I've quit drinking. I have this entitlement feeling, which isn't the right approach either, but I give myself some grace on not being perfect about the drinking and the coffee right now. I'll get my butt in gear. I promise. I'm going to do 75 hard again, make it longer than 40 days because I'm not going to do a road trip. Although actually, as I say this to you, part of what I was waiting to do it for was to get through the holidays and the new year and do it with my friend. But it actually will be harder maybe, or keep me in better shape if I do it through the holidays. I'll have to rethink that because there's a lot of traveling I plan to do next year. So if I bow out again because I'm traveling, then I'll never finish the 75. So I may have to rethink that. Okay. Thank you for letting me talk through that. See, the voices in my head are crazy and sometimes they spill out loud. At any rate, thanks for letting me babble, guys. I hope that you have a fabulous